Good morning. Last week, I invited us all to think about a certain word and what that word's meaning is for our own lives, and that word was honesty. Today, I want us to think about another word and how it might impact our lives and our journey too, and that's the word story. We all love stories, really good stories. In the Bible, of course, we think of the Bible not as a history book where every detail matches up exactly like we want it to. Instead, we think of the Bible as a storybook, a book of stories that illumines for us who God is and who we are in response to God's goodness to us. Take, for example, the story of Moses being appeared to by God in the form of a burning bush. A bush that is not consumed as it's burning, it just burns. And, of course, Moses is rattled by this, frightened, if you will. And God says to Moses, "Don't come closer, take off your sandals, for where you're standing is holy ground." And subsequently from there, God invites Moses to help liberate the people of Israel out of bondage. It's an amazing story. It's a story that we remember. It's an interesting story. It's a story that teaches us a lesson about who God is and how God can appear just randomly in ways that we never would think. Think about the stories of your lives, of your journeys, stories by which you can now, maybe after the fact, maybe a long while after the fact, look back and say, God was there. That's a story that revealed God's presence. And in that moment, I too was standing on holy ground. Some of our stories are painful. Some of our stories are joyful. But our stories are what form us. They are what help us mark significant moments in our lives. Stories entertain us, stories teach us, stories leave a mark. They're memorable. They teach us lessons that we never forget. So think about your stories this week. I hope that you'll find in them blessings, and I hope that you'll find in them moments where you understood concretely, maybe sometimes after the fact, the significance of that moment in your own journey. I look forward to being with you Sunday morning at 9 or 11 o'clock here for worship. Until then, have a meaningful and blessed week.